Hi and hello. A warm greetings to everyone. Agriculture Makers in Mission IBPS AFO welcomes you to this video. And in this video, we are going to see the agriculture current affairs for the month of March 2021. And come on, let's get into the video. Very firstly, National Protein Day is celebrated on 27th of February. Actually, it has been celebrated in February 27, but it is published in March so that it is included in the current affair of March month. And the theme for this National Protein Day is Powering with the Plant Protein. Yes, 27th February is celebrated as National Protein Day, and the theme of the National Protein Day 2021 is said to be Powering with Plant Protein. Very nextly, Dr. Harshvardhan, that is our Union Health Minister, launches CSIR Floriculture Mission, that is Council of Scientific and Industrial Research Floriculture Mission has been launched by Dr. Harshvardhan from New Delhi, and it has been approved by the government for implementation in 21 state and union territories of India, and he also launched the societal portal along with the Android app. More than 931 million tons of food waste is generated in 2019. The UN Food Waste Index 2021 says, that is, at the global level, 74 kg per capita of food is wasted each year. In India, 50 kg per capita of food is wasted at the household level, and it is estimated that India generates 6 crore 87 lakh 60,163 tons of food waste each year. And the 2015 Sustainable Development Goal 12.3, the number, aims to halve the food waste and reduce the food loss by 2030. You have to remember the year. And next, BSCIL inks joint venture with Frontier Agriculture Platforms Private Limited. That is, the BSC Investments Limited and the Frontier Agriculture Platforms Private Limited have an agreement under which the latter, that is the Frontier Agriculture Platforms Private Limited, buy 40% stake in the BSC E-Agricultural Markets Limited. The reason behind this is to boost innovation in agriculture markets. It is also on the lines of BSE Group's commitment to broaden the access to agriculture markets for the investors and companies just to create a single market for agriculture commodities. Okay, single market is the main aim of this agreement. Yes, the next current affair. The chairman of NABARD, Mr. Govindraj Chintala, took over as the chairman of Asia Pacific Rural and Agricultural Credit Association. He succeeds DPK Gunasekara, who is the general manager of Bank of Ceylon. For the first time since 1999, India got the chairmanship of your Asia Pacific Rural and Agricultural Credit Association. Nextly, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare signs MOU with Central Silk Board for promotion of agroforestry in silk sector. Let's go in detail. A memorandum of understanding was signed between Ministry of Agriculture and the Central Silk Board under the Ministry of Textile. As a part of this, there will be implementation of agroforestry in the silk sector under the ongoing submission on agroforestry scheme. You have to remember the scheme and also the MOU. This will be on the lines of Make in India and Make for the World vision of our Prime Minister. The next current affair. India's first forest healing center was inaugurated by the environmentalist Mr. Joginder Bisht in pine-dominated forest located at Raniket in Kalika, Uttarakhand. It was developed by the research wing of Uttarakhand Forest Department in an area of around 13 acres. The center is based on the concept of healing and revitalizing the overall health and well-being of people by bringing them into direct contact with the nature. The forest is inspired from the Japanese technique of forest bathing, that is Shinrin Yokyu, and an ancient Indian tradition. It is themed on be silent, go slow, think less and feel more. Nextly, Denmark to set up Center of Excellence for Dairy Sector in Rajasthan. Yes, Denmark Ambassador Freddie Swain had a meeting with Rajasthan CM Mr. Ashok Gehlot and Governor Mr. Kalraj Mishra to set up a Center of Excellence for the dairy sector in Rajasthan. The main objective of this COE is to provide technical support in water conservation and purification works in urban areas of Udaipur, to give better facility to cattle rearers, to be fully cooperative in the field of dairy science and technology through Denmark's expertise. ICR receives King Bhumibol World Soil Day 2020 award by the FAO. Let's go in detail. Indian Council of Agriculture Research received the King Bhumibol World Soil Day 2020 award for its contribution towards creating awareness on the importance of healthy soil in line with the theme of World Soil Day 2019, Stop Soil Erosion, Save Our Future. The award was presented at the ceremony held in Bangkok, Thailand on March 7, 2021. Next, UP government celebrates 3-day-long Kalanamak Rice Festival. Yes, UP CM Mr. Yogi Adityanath launched a 3-day-long Kalanamak Rice Festival in Siddharth Nagar. The festival was organized after the success of Strawberry and Jaggery festivals. The Rice Festival event is being organized so as to promote, market and brand the selected product as one district, one product under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan and Local for Vocal campaign. About this rice variety, it is one of the finest varieties of aromatic rice that are grown in India, so that Kalanamak is also known as Buddha rice. Its nutritional benefits include it is rich in antioxidants, omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, 12% iron, 21.5% zinc, and helps in regulating blood-related problems, and it is also suitable for the diabetic patients. Next, Sikkim, AP, Karnataka, Maharashtra leads in the usage of drip irrigation, Ministry of Agriculture says. Yes, according to the data presented by the ministry, 4 states, namely Sikkim, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Maharashtra, have more than half of the net cultivated farmlands under micro irrigation in India. The data also shows that 27 states, that is including the union territories, have less than 30% micro irrigation system, out of which 23 have fewer than 15% in micro irrigation. The total net irrigated areas in India is said to be 68,649,000 hectares, out of which lands covered under micro irrigation is only 12,908.44 thousand hectares, in which these 4 states have more than half of the net cultivated farmlands under the micro irrigation. Very nextly, APEDA and NSIC signed a MOU to empower agri-entrepreneurs. Yes, The Agriculture and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority, which is under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, signed a memorandum of understanding with the National Small Industries Corporation, which is under the Ministry of MSME. It is to support and empower the agri entrepreneurs. About APEDA, it has been established under the Agricultural and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority Act, passed by the Parliament in December 1985. The chairman of APEDA is said to be Dr. M. Angamuttu, and the headquarters is in New Delhi. UPFPO Shakti portal is launched by UPCM Mr. Yogi Adityanath, which is first of its kind FPO portal in India, and it is to benefit the farmers at the grassroots level. Yes, UPCM launched Uttar Pradesh Farmer Producer Organization Shakti portal as a part of the Kisan Kalyan Mission in Gorakhpur, UP. And the developers are Department of Agriculture, UP, with technical support and funding support from Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Yes, at present UP has 576 FPOs comprising around 2.15 lakh farmers, out of which 471 have registered. The initiative is aligned with the PM's vision of doubling the farmers' income by 2022 and making India a US dollar 5 trillion economy by 2024. You have to remember the year. There is a vision of doubling the farmers' income by 2022 and making India a 5 trillion economy by 2024. Yes, government appointed NTPL as a trustee for rupees 750 crore credit guarantee fund under AHIDF, which means NAB Sankarshan Trustee Private Limited, the only owned subsidiary of NABARD. Actually, this NAB Sankarshan is a subsidiary of NABARD, and it has been appointed by the government as the trustee for 750 crore credit guarantee fund under the Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund, AHIDF. About this AHIDF, in June 2020, the government has set up a corpus of 15,000 crore as a part of Atmanirbhar package under this Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund. Very nextly, International Day of Forests 2021 is celebrated on March 21st, and the theme for this day is said to be Forest Restoration, a path to recovery and well-being. The themes are important, so you have to remember this. Next, JKTPO, that is Jammu and Kashmir Trade Promotion Organization, signed a MOU with Trade Promotion Corporation of India for agro and food processing sector and film tourism sector. Yes, Jammu and Kashmir Trade Promotion Organization signed a MOU with TPCI for the agro and food processing sector and film tourism sector. Yes, the UP government organizes Banana Festival. That is, the UP government has organized a Banana Festival at Buddha Park in Kushinagar from March 22 to 25. The main goal of organizing this festival is to make PM's plan for self-reliant India. Okay, this banana made products from Kushinagar are included in One District One Product scheme. And with this, the current affair thing ends. And I hope the video will be very much useful to you. And keep watching us. And do subscribe our channel for the earliest updates. And thank you for all your cooperation and support. See you all again.